What's going on, Portuguese Cloud family? Your neighborhood-friendly fat man. I am, well, the neighborhood-friendly fat man, and I have...
I'm Mike Usenick, man, of the Pink Sock Podcast.
Yeah. So glad to have him back. I got Noodle with us. I got Austin Tennant in the building. Of course, we've got Cody. Dr. Dank is out doing what he does best. He's out supporting, showing love. I couldn't be up there, so he's up there representing the fuck out of us right now. He's got his sister up there who's performing tonight. If anyone is actually out and about and you're not out just kind of hanging out watching, YouTube with us, make sure you guys go up to Ogilvy, up to the Wild West Bar, show some love. Most of our proceeds are going for mental health and mental health awareness. It's going to be absolutely lit, and he's, of course, sitting up there in the VIP, so go show Dr. Dank some love.
We're coming to the Wild Wild West.
Jim West, Desperado, Rough Rider. No, you don't want nada. Yeah, this six gun in this, brother, run in this. Don't fuck with me. Don't play with me. Will Smith is my shit. I just shocked the fuck out of you, didn't I? Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
Chris Rock replied to his message and said, "I'm not talking to you till I'm ready."
I mean, can you blame him though?
No, but can you blame Will Smith?
But it almost seems
my wife's name in her mouth sideways.
Listen,
I'm not hitting you with an open.
But the
hand.
thing is, here's the part that gets me about that. We'll go ahead. Let's just dot. You know what? Fist straight in. I am one of those people that I would defend my wife for anything in the world. He sat through how many other comedians that have said some pretty off-color stuff about Jada.
And not to mention, he used to be one of the biggest perpetrators of all jokes back in the day.
Facts! Yeah. Huge facts. So then when you pair all that together, and it looks like Chris Rock was like ready to take that hit anyway. You know what I mean? Like he kind of like braces himself, pulls his shoulders back, head forward, like he could tell it was coming.
I still think it was staged.
Bro,
a little
if
bit.
it was Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, he wouldn't have left his seat.
No, if it would have been anyone other than Chris Rock. But Chris Rock's brother even fucking said in his set, like the week after, he said, look, anybody feels that I've said something that upsets them and you leave your fucking seat, it's going to be a different fucking show. He said this is not that kind of crowd.
You saw what happened at the Chappelle show.
Dude, I guarantee you, even with it as the way Chappelle, I guarantee you, if it had been Cat Williams, Dave Chappelle, anyone else, that shit would have went differently.
Could you imagine if it was Cat Williams? That'd be hilarious. Because he'd get that face like, did he just fucking hit me?
This motherfucker, yeah. Did you just hit me?
That is awesome.
I gotta shout out Rebel Spaz because we always do in the beginning of every show. If you guys haven't checked him out, Spotify, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, the man is fucking everywhere. Go check him out. He's from the Dayton area. Look up Gem City Chopper. That is my man, Rebel Spaz. You've got to go show him some love.
When's he coming onto your show?
Bro, I am trying to get him down here so fucking bad because of his work schedule and my work schedule. I'm gonna have to get us up to we're so close to the freaking mobile live. So close, but I gotta get it to where we can go live, and then we're taking a trip to go see the Spaz. Promise. Fucking promise. I have tried to line up 2 different times. I was supposed to be in his music video, but I couldn't get up there because Billy Blaze had to go to Champs. Art Plug had one chance to go see his friggin' mother. He needed to go do it. I had to man the store, which I'm totally cool with because I know Rebel Spaz will have some other things he's got coming up. I just hate that it's like the 3rd time I've told that man I was coming and didn't get to make it for
now
one reason or another.
Now he knows how your wife feels.
Facts! I always tell her I'm almost there and it's a lie.
Do you finish before you start?
Oh yeah, at least 2 times.
Okay,
I mean, if I want to give her at least the 3 minutes I promised, I don't have a choice. Like, I'm seeing to thine own self be true. If she's getting at least close to the 2 minutes I promised, I've got a pregame.
So, I know we have nostalgia plans.
Let's see. Let me see. Pull up the chat real quick. What were you saying?
We were planning on doing nostalgia.
Yes, we can bounce.
Old school shows. The one that really stuck out to me was for me the show that always stood out for me being creepy was Elmo's World. Hear me out. He would go into his bedroom and open his window, and there's Mr. Noodle.
I was gonna say Mr. Noodle
standing outside his bedroom window dancing.
And you know what's really, really, really fucked up? Like the most fucked up part about that, like in its entirety, is Noodle looks like Mr. Noodle. You'll never be able to unsee it now.
No, if you notice, his face looks like Mr. Noodle, but Mr. Noodle was bald.
Hi guys.
He looked kind of like the bad guy in Air Bud.
There's a bad guy in there.
Yeah,
It's the Mr. Noodle dance!
Oh my god! Yes!
He looks like Mr. Noodle's methed out cousin.
Would you stand outside my window and dance?
I mean, come on.
Would you stand outside my window and dance for me?
How much you paying me?
I don't know. Elmo didn't pay Mr. Noodle. He just still has
That's the Elmo. I'm not asking.
You got to do it for the love of the game.
Have you guys seen that
Do I get to be
line
naked?
where Elmo stands there and he's like, or what the fuck is he says something to the effect of, no, Elmo's not doing this shit for free. You want to pay Elmo? I'll do a little dance for you.
I used to mess with people at Walmart.
I do a little bit of voice acting.
I used to mess with people at Walmart all the time because I would stand in the freaking back and I'd go, don't tickle me. Don't touch me there. And they would all freak out.
Did you hear this guy's Elmo impression?
Alexis, Mama Mini Monsters, Clarissa Potter, what's up? Sparks, hello, darling. Tenesme, Kasha, that barbecue guy. I just seen his comment. He said it's almost time to head back to Ohio. You need to get to Ohio around a Monday or a Friday that you have free so you can come down and hang out with me.
Yeah.
Us?
Jennifer, what's up? I needed it to rhyme. Corey, what's up, sissy? Kate Savage, what's up? Hello, hello. How are y'all doing? I got to get through all my little hellos. Who else is in here? Colin, what? He said, let's go Chiefs. Ew. Not on this live.
Kick
Sorry.
him out. Can we kick him out?
Sorry, man. I don't watch hockey, man.
I haven't watched baseball in a fortnight. What do you mean?
Dude,
Fortnite. Wait, when did you play Fortnite?
Fortnite.
You said you ain't watched baseball in a fortnight. When did you play Fortnite last?
Last night I played around with Hunter.
Oh man, I wish I'd have known that.
Whatever happened to Among Us? That was a good game.
You know, I never played it.
It was fun.
The kids always did.
Cool. It's one of those games that it's better if you're like actually playing with your friends than a bunch of randos.
Well, I mean, last time I checked, it's always better to play with your friends than
Randos.
Fact.
Playing by yourself's weird, especially when it's in public.
Especially when you put
mean
your
it's
hand in their
sus?
box.
Sus as fuck.
But no, I was telling him whenever I was talking about Elmo, you want to know what one of my... I actually do a little bit of voice acting. One of my favorite ones to do is what I call Elmo robs a bank. Like...
Today's letter is the letter P for put the money in the bag.
It's a good one.
Put the money in the bag. Put the money in the bag. And no one gets hurt.
Ohana means no one gets high alone.
Ohana means family, and family means nobody gets left behind.
It means no one gets high alone.
You need that on a shirt.
I honestly do. I honestly need to get somebody to start making me some more shirts. I'm gonna have to go back to fucking Teespring.
I saw a shirt today. It said, "I'm fucking high."
Alexis, I am so glad you made it. We are so close to getting. We need to get 1,000 subscribers so we can start doing our fucking YouTube live mobily, which is so dumb. We can go live every day if we wanted to, but you gotta have 1,000 to be able to do it from a fucking cell phone. How ridiculous! Redundant and wrong.
Not necessarily. If you use StreamYard, you can still go live on YouTube on your phone. You have to do it through a web browser, though.
Well, whatever we have to do, because I want to be able to take this setup on the road. You know what I mean? There is plenty of things I want to be able to go do, and we can't do them.
Just have a trailer that's the entire studio.
Yeah.
Eventually. But before we get too sidetracked, we have a couple decent little topics tonight, but the biggest one I want to talk about is the nostalgia of the 90s. How many of y'all have watched the I Love the 90s series?
Siri.
Siri? Would it be Siri?
That's one
Ceresis.
Ceresis? No, I have an aunt that has cirrhosis of the liver.
Yeah, you know, my uncle was a bit of a drinker. He has these little cirrhosis too. No, my uncle doesn't have cirrhosis of the liver. That was a joke.
Cirrhosis.
He didn't have any cirrhosis.
He didn't have a series on his liver. But yeah, like nostalgia, dude. I love the 90s shit. Was awesome. I love the 80s was good too.
See, and
I wasn't around for the 80s.
I was there for the tail end. You know what I mean? 88 stand up. But I was there for all of the 90s, and let me tell you, you go back to like the Attitude Era of wrestling.
Oh yeah.
That was my shit. Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Undertaker were hands down my two all-time favorites. There's no changing my mind. That was it for me.
You will rest in peace.
You heard that glass break? Bro, my little fucking teenage Peter about got hard. It's like, here he comes, it's Stone Cold! I think I was yelling, it's Stone Cold, louder than Jim Ross.
You know what I loved about that Stone Cold era, though, of wrestling was it birthed Dude Love. Because Dude Love was his tag team partner for a while. Remember that shit?
Dude, when he had the 3 faces of Foley, okay, and he came out as Dude Love the first time, I don't think anyone actually knew how to handle it.
He looked like me.
Like he did. If you put my weight on, you could definitely go as like a Mick Foley body double.
But
Hair and all.
He came out to that Dude Love theme, and they're like, wait, he went from schizophrenic psycho. Yeah, I'm good. Schizophrenic psycho to a like hardcore wrestler. To a hippie.
He was always able to pull it off though, but I think the whole Cactus Jack. I think Cactus Jack was his better alter ego, if I am just being honest. Especially when it came to like his hardcore legacy and like just him being him without having to have a mask on or any other like I think Cactus Jack was the best representation of who Mick Foley wanted to be.
That was a Japanese hardcore wrestling.
Yeah, him and Terry Funk.
Yeah. Remember Chainsaw Charlie? He'd wear that thing
Dude,
over his face.
I loved Chainsaw Charlie. Everyone kind of hated on it, but like it was a good premise. I feel like they underused the Chainsaw Charlie. That whole they could have done so much more with that persona.
Can we point out the weird things about the Attitude Era for a minute? We had a guy. His signature move was giving people pink eye.
Rikishi!
He would shove his ass in people's faces.
Fun fact: Rikishi is actually the actual name of like what sumo wrestlers are.
Yeah, and Rikishi's also related to The Rock.
Yes, he is. Almost every Samoan is related to The Rock.
Yeah, Roman Reigns.
I bet that guy in the middle was related to The Rock.
Look, they found some of my senior pictures.
That's not your senior picture, bro.
That's what he claimed. That's what he made it, baby.
That's freaking.
They found some of my senior pictures. Leave that right there.
Gotta love that.
So, there you go, lady. Actually, I did look like this when I was younger, and then I got old and fat.
Maybe when you were
Hey, you're not flat. You're plump. Delectably plump.
Ooh, he said, Cody Amos, I need answers or I'm reposting you for nudity, which I like. Well, fine. What answers do we need? Respectfully, if you don't respond to that, I don't trust a gay chick. Now, damn it.
Wait a minute.
What'd I miss?
Rey Mysterio wasn't the Attitude Era, though. He was WCW during the Attitude Era.
Cody, redrop whatever your thing was. Frosted tips and all. Colin, we're not going there.
I saw a comment Rey Mysterio, and as a wrestling fan, he was the Ruthless Aggression Era. He wasn't Attitude Era.
No, and
He
that's
was WCW.
He was WCW, but that was back when Ultimo Dragon and him they were trying to compete for who was the best luchador.
And then, for some reason, Chris Jericho jumped in that mix.
I can't find. I have a scrapbook in this house that one of my exes made me years ago because the house that we moved into and bought is the house I grew up in. I found an old ass fucking scrapbook that had me in my emo phase, painted nails and all.
Dude, I had trip pants, man.
Bro.
I did too.
Bro.
I had a him T-shirt on in my fucking band photos.
Oh, you like that Bam Margera shit too.
Yeah.
Did you have a CKY shirt?
No, I really did like His Infernal Majesty. Like I love that fucking
Dude,
band.
I love that band.
What?
R. Killer was my favorite, man. R. Killer was my shit.
Are they still around?
About the wings of a butterfly.
Did you hear the DJ of Slipknot got fucking Kelly Osbourne pregnant?
Doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Which one?
Yeah, they have a couple drummers.
DJ.
Oh, the DJ, Sid.
Yeah, got Kelly Osbourne pregnant.
Huh,
Good
go
for,
Sid.
Good for him.
That's money.
That's
Call
money.
us a gold dust.
He said
You'll never forget the name of Gold Dust.
Am I the one that misses Raven?
Dude, I loved Raven. And I honestly feel like when he left ECW and came over to fucking WWF, dude, they destroyed his career. That was so, like, WCW at least embraced the fact that he had that whole, like, grungy, dark and brooding, like, they let him run with it.
They did that shit with fucking DDP too.
Yes, Diamond Dallas.
He went to WWE and he became the Undertaker's stalker, and they buried him. And then he became this smiley-faced, like, motivational speaker. which is pretty much what he does now. But
I want to try. Look, every wrestler that's returned to the ring after like a long period of time has been doing DDP yoga.
Yep.
You're about to see my fat ass in pretzel shapes, because if it worked for Mick Foley, it's working for me. I'm about to fucking smack it, flip it, and rub it down.
well, Stone Cold Steve Austin did it and wrestled at WrestleMania.
I'm gonna come in with my
Yeah, you gotta do this.
namaste here and smoke.
He's gonna come in with his,
Namaste, motherfucker.
You got
And
the
smoke.
butthole sunning.
The butthole sunning is something else I'm looking into because I've heard it has excellent health benefits.
But you'll burn your butthole and cauterize your butthole shut, and then you'll die from a fart attack.
I've already had a heart attack, so I mean, at least I could.
Yeah, but your last breath will taste like shit.
But that's a gangster way to go out.
A fart attack, dude.
Yeah.
But
Tell everybody I was gassed to death.
My God, bro. That's a way to go.
That's a fucking soldier's death there.
So speaking of like,
Just don't put me on a funeral pyre at that point.
Speaking of nostalgia, 2 more days until Ric Flair returns to the ring.
I don't want to see it. I'm sorry. Everyone's so excited about this. I am not.
I'm not, but like I'm interested.
This man is going to destroy what he had left of a beautiful career. I smoked weed with all the people
A little bit.
in front of Perkins and Wheeling,
I'm
but
gonna
it
go
was
bring that one up.
Hey,
powdered
Hey.
weed.
do you know
See?
who was?
He had a good.
Sorry to
point.
interrupt you, bro.
No, you're good.
Do you know who the most underrated wrestler was? What does everybody want? Hey,
Al Snow.
Fucking Al Snow with the head. Fucking coming out like this, and he had that mannequin
Yeah,
head.
he had a good point. Listen to
Yeah,
this.
I was asking him, you know how like whenever you fought underneath the blankets and pulled over your girlfriend's head like a Dutch oven?
Right.
Is it wrong to do that to a Jewish girl and go gas chamber? Is that wrong?
No, Austin. No, it's because it's not because you are Jewish.
Okay, yeah, I guess it's okay for
That's
me.
Jew on Jew crime. What is it? Is that still a hate thing? Like
No, to add to this,
Now, is it his
No, it'll
Jewish
be
side
a
or his
statistic.
no,
German
no.
side?
earlier,
Austin is actually a Jewish Viking.
Jewish
I'm
Viking.
8% Jewish and like 4% Norwegian.
You're
But don't ever
so your name should be Vlad Weinenberger.
That is so your
Vlad the Impaler. Vlad the Penny Pincher.
Vlad the gasser.
I love it, dude. I wish I would.
A little yarmulke with some like Viking horns.
Oh,
You know that was never actually a thing, right?
What?
What, a
yarmulkes?
yarmulke? A yarmulke?
I was like, am I being Mandela affected? I know they exist.
Bro, that's a new one.
The Viking horns on the helmets. That was never actually a thing. No Viking helmets ever.
Listen, Dragons of Burke said it was, so it is.
Who just said they don't like Ric Flair?
If you don't read my last comment, I'm out smoking you tomorrow on God. Cody, first off, I love you to death, you big old pure pretty bastard. But you couldn't outsmoke me if your life depended on it.
I've been smoking for 10 years longer than Cooper can't keep up with him.
Although I'd like to accept the challenge.
I can't
So-
underestimate the hobos of Perkins.
say-
I don't, because you got lucky because I mean you could have like had to like smoke with them and like then they're like, all right, my turn, and pull out a big ass crack rock and then you'd have been fucked.
You want to know another show that kind of was weird that it was on Nickelodeon? Ren and Stimpy. How'd that make it to Nickelodeon? That show
How did that make it to
that show was so
Nickelodeon?
adult oriented that VH1 bought it and turned it into an adult show.
Roll one up.
Not much changed besides. Not much changed on Ren and Stimpy besides the fact that they just turned them gay. Like everything else was
There
the
was
same.
literally an episode where they tied a saw to.
That was the adult version.
Yep.
That wasn't the kids version.
Oh yeah, that was.
But not much changed besides they turned it.
That's what I wanted to show off. Keep them talking.
Keep your pants on.
I'm going to show you guys the newest addition to our little repertoire. I don't have any dabs with me, though, so I won't be able to show it off till next week, but I want to show you.
Keep your pants on, Coop. Keep your pants
Oh,
on.
no, they're seeing that, too.
Happy, happy, joy, joy show. Remember that shit? Log,
My
log.
knuckles say happy, happy, joy, joy.
Dude, I love it. Log, log, it's big, it's heavy, it's wood. It's log, it's better than bad, it's good. Everybody needs a log, everybody wants a log. That and Beavis and Butthead.
Oh, man.
They just did a movie. Have you guys seen that movie? That show was late on Nick too. Oh yeah, that is true. It was late. It was late. Hey, show your happy, happy, joy, joy tattoo.
I'm gonna come over to this camera because you probably see it a little better. I don't know. Let me know if I'm.
Yeah, you can kind of see it.
See, yeah.
Yeah, but my knuckles say happy, happy, joy, joy.
Belinda has a point.
Stampy.
Actually, no, it's
Singing
Kate.
the happy, happy, joy, joy song.
Kate has a point. Ren and Stimpy was on at like 7 p.m. So, like, it not being a kid show it made more sense. How about Ed, Edd n Eddy?
Yeah, wasn't.
That was more like 2000s, early
Yeah.
2000s.
Yo, did you guys hear about what happened with the animator from Ed, Edd n Eddy?
Yeah, he got killed by police because he was schizophrenic, and he had a fit, and they shot him. Which
Damn.
makes you wonder. Ed, Edd n Eddy was actually a show about 3 boys with the same name. What if they're schizophrenic and they're just one person, and that's their personalities? Same with the Kanker sisters. That's why they're in love with them.
Yo, where am I putting this out at?
In your mouth.
There's a tray up there.
Hey, I was just talking about Ed, Edd n Eddy. One of the creators
That's
was
fair,
schizophrenic. So what if Ed, Edd n Eddy are all the same person?
I honestly think they are. Shout out Stash Products and the Art Plug. All
Sorry, I'll scoot
chocolate
down.
clouds is where it came from.
I'll scoot down. I got in the middle so that I can talk.
I'm a bartering motherfucker, okay? Like I'm a bartering some bitch. This thing is brand fucking new. Yeah. This is a Stash all-in-one
What's
rig
in the
system.
box?
This is a What's in the Box dope edition.
That looks like a first aid kit, bro.
Damn right it is. This
That's the stoner first.
this is how you mend broken hearts, okay?
Owner of a lonely heart is much better than an owner of a broken
This is a hard case to keep your Rio safe. It is also smell proof. That's important.
You said hard.
Dun 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 dun.
Oh my god.
It's a lot bigger than I thought it'd
Brand.
be.
That's what I hear so often.
Hey man, I can only get so erect. Come on.
No, you can't. You can get harder
Oh
than that.
my.
She is brand fucking new.
It's got that torch on.
This is an all-inclusive. All you bring is your dabs. You got to take this part out here. You throw your butane up in her, get her all nice and full. Pop your plug. Pop your plug. You got to pop it. Pop it.
Pop it, lock it, and you get that out in time.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Directional cap.
daddy.
Get your video game on. Now,
Atari.
set this off to the side for a second. Ooh,
Play with your joystick.
yes sir. It literally comes with everything.
So what was your
I got a little bit
favorite
of everything.
game system of the 90s?
Favorite gaming system of the 90s? Super Nintendo. Super Nintendo. And then later on down the line was my N64.
My N64 would always be my favorite
Like
from the 90s.
GoldenEye and Tony Hawk Pro
Dude,
Skater.
Because I remember-
the original PlayStation purely because of Final Fantasy IX.
See, like I played
Dude, that was
Sega.
my shit.
I played
I
Sega
have a
Genesis
BB
and
fan
stuff.
for it.
Yeah.
But
Final
like
Fantasy IX BB
when
fan.
I was old enough to play video games, that's when the N64 came out.
Right.
So like I loved freaking Super Mario 64, Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, that shit.
Final Fantasy on my
Somebody mentioned Our Real Monsters in the chat.
Ooh, all real monsters are going.
And,
I forgot about that
There
shit.
it is.
And Cat Dog,
Cat Dog is real. Cat Dog was way before its time.
it was.
Cat Dog was amazing.
And the water back in town.
Yeah.
No, gotta sing this. Oh, Cat Dog.
Bub, I'm telling you what. Cody, you got to start coming and hanging out for real. Like
What is that? I might be coming.
this is your torch. So instead of having to bring the torch and all other fun shit, you take this bad boy right yonder,
Right yonder.
give her a little shake.
That wasn't a very good
That
effect,
was a
bro.
fail. That's a fail as well. Oh, there it goes.
Go.
It's on.
Had her wide open.
I
Like
love.
always.
I love it when you open me up.
There we go.
Oh my.
Stick that in there like so.
Okay, Dad. Papa.
Papa.
Poppy.
Oh,
I like it when you call me Big Pop.
Boom. And now you can put a turp ball down in. You can put some turp balls down in there, which I do have in that other banger, but I'm not getting on
Can I
into
just
that.
teabag it?
Now, the Rio is made so you can do cold starts with your dabs.
My name is Rio and we're dancing on the sand. Like Rio, blah, 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 blah,
Oh my
blah,
God,
blah.
look at that booger.
I love the way that you're sticking your tongue out.
Tongue ring just makes it that much better.
It
doesn't
does. I can't wait till he splits
so
it.
Sexy.
I want to get my tongue split so bad,
And then
dude.
pierce both of them.
So bad. My wife's not cool on the idea now, but like, I think she will be later.
And if not, your friends will be.
Facts.
I wonder what wait a minute. How'd you do that?
He can grab it and then lick the ball. at the
Right,
same
bro. I can do amazing things. Now let's preheat up our glass.
Over your tongue.
On both sides of the tank.
You can lick your balls and your butthole at the same time.
time. Not really. I can do that now.
Give her a little.
At the same time?
Look, little heat,
I
little
want
heat.
proof.
Oh, look at that.
We're gonna scare this guy.
And it'll
off.
stay.
Dude, I hang out with him on a regular basis.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
And you still got
So,
still got a softball?
When it comes to wrestlers, though, dude, there's a lot that we didn't mention.
Oh no, we got to get back to that. I just forgot I had this and wanted to show it off.
Remember Crash Holly?
Yes.
He came out that fucking weight scale.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
That was
Always
more
carried
so
a 2x4.
80s. That was more so 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when I started watching it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm old.
You're an old bastard. I get it, but
You're an old man.
he's over here like 90s wrestlers, Andre the Giant, and he died. Could you imagine if Andre was in the Attitude Era? Would that work?
Was George Floyd a wrestler?
No, he was a boxer.
No, that's
No, he wasn't.
Floyd
George.
Mayweather.
George.
Wait, who am I thinking
You caught it.
of? Wait, who am I thinking of?
Do you know who was a wrestler?
Oh, dude, you're
Dude.
fucking horrible,
Dude.
man.
Do you know?
You got to try this.
Is it too soon?
I don't dab
Just a
very
small
often.
little hit.
Well,
There you go.
I don't either. It came out. My bad.
Boom. You want to try it?
No.
Get you some. Dude, let's see what I mean. Once you get it set up, it's a set it and forget it situation. Get on in here.
You sound like that. Who is it that set it and forget it commercial? What was that?
Oh, what?
You just set it and forget.
Oven or some shit. You set it and forget it.
Yeah, set it and forget it.
What?
You know what I miss about the 90s?
I gotta go grab some more dabs.
You know
That's
what?
the lowest I've been on dabs in so long.
You know what I miss about the 90s, though? Or at least the early 2000s?
I got enough.
Whenever you're asleep, and at 5 o'clock in the morning, it never failed. Billy Mays here with a new OxyClean! And you like woke your ass up. You fell asleep watching Girls Gone Wild and woke up to Billy Mays screaming.
Facts. Hollering at
Wait, there's more.
I'm like, yeah, I bet there is.
you. Right, more cocaine there, Billy.
Damn, wow.
You know how many TVs we had to go through because the volume was too goddamn loud?
Oh man, the sham out here, it cleans up so much open blood.
Yeah, dude. The ShamWow guy was a fucking creep.
He bit off a hooker's ear, didn't he?
Not her tongue.
Her tongue?
Well,
Even
no,
better.
He tried to claim that the hooker tried to bite his tongue off, and he just beat the
So,
shit out of her.
she tried to bite mine, so I definitely bit hers back off. Fuck her.
No,
That's
what
wild.
it was he tried to claim that she tried to bite his tongue off, so he just like started wailing and beating the shit
That's
out
just
of her.
awful.
I was out in the garden the other day digging. I found 3 coins. Took them inside to show the prostitute.
Oh.
Digging.
Move the bottle of water.
Get you some.
Dude, my grandma takes hits like that. And she's built different. What?
My God. Definitely built.
Your grandma's hitting coke? Jesus.
That was Cody that said that.
God damn, okay, that got me.
Cody's grandma's doing coke like a freaking
Yeah, see.
Sheen, man.
These things, once you get them set, Cody.
What bottle? Which bottle are they talking about? They said move the water bottle. I moved it 3 times, man.
Just to clarify, I meant to put an A.
Yeah, these things are fucking amazing.
I got
Man, or I need to go get some more dabs. To the dispo! I have an excuse to go to the dispensary. Oh no.
To the adult Toys R Us.
Dude, I swear to God.
It is at Macy's. Speaking of nostalgia, Toys R Us is back.
Wait, what?
Macy's bought it and they're opening up Toys R Us in Macy's.
Yeah, so all the Macy's stores are closing and Toys R Us is taking them over.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they ain't selling no clothes, so they better do something.
Dude. Just in time for the holidays.
Facts.
I'll October something they open up.
When all the spirit stores shut down, they should replace them with Blockbusters.
Oh, okay. They couldn't see the rig. That's why they were asking to move the bottle.
I was confused.
That makes sense.
Because I moved the bottle and they said move it. And I'm like, wait, I moved it, but maybe I moved it.
But yes, Stash Products puts these out. They're called Rios. So stands for Rig in One. All you have to bring is your fucking dabs once you get them set up. Like, that was its maiden voyage. And all the fun we will have.
But wait.
I've got so many E-rigs now.
What are you naming it?
That's Dolores.
Dolores.
You gotta put some glasses on it.
I can't wait till you guys see some more of the fucking some of the contents about the dude. When I say I got a box full of wigs, I couldn't be more like serious.
I was at the cloud. That was hilarious. He has like an emo one.
A young my father, and it, like, dude, it came with big gold hoop earrings,
Hooker
this
earring.
red fucking like tight ass mini skirt thing which I had on today, over top of my clothes, but still. It came with fake eyelashes, the kind that just stick right to your shit. So I used them as like football under.
Fucking grease paint, like.
With their eyelashes.
I'll tell you what, like
I go Rambo on these bitches.
I've got a Reba McEntire wig.
No, it's not. It's an Orphan Annie wig, bro. It's an Orphan Annie
I'm
wig.
calling that one.
I am so excited, dude.
Did you get any more mullets?
No, but there's a couple that I could make into mullets. I've got so many, like ones that like clip on to like the back of my head, so I can make like a Skunkle Matthew like professionally. I can just take those little clips, clip it to the bottom of any hat I want to, and go to work.
Hey, bro.
I still want to do the challenge where you chase me around the mall.
We need to.
How old do you feel when all of the shows you were watching as a kid are coming back?
You know, I don't.
I feel how my parents felt when like all their shows were coming back.
I feel old, but at the same time, these kids need our shows to
Oh, I
come
know.
back because they just don't. All these shows are so like they've taken all the edge out of all of them. Everything's
Animaniacs is back, bro.
kumbaya bullshit. These kids need. Life's hard. They need to know that.
They need Beavis and Butthead.
Yes. They need cat dog. They need to know that there's some shit out in the world that you just might not understand, bud.
Yeah, like a double cat dog creature.
And either or, whatever it is.
Like, wow.
Why would it not be Macy's?
My grandma was made in American. Wait, where's American at,
She was
man?
in Toby Keith's music video.
No, if you read it, it says my grandma was made in American. Where's American at, man?
You know what? I think that's somewhere around Tijuana.
Oh, I've smoked some Tijuana.
I got a Tijuana card.
I
got a medical Tijuana card.
I got Tijuana. He was talking about the Black Veil Brides earlier. I'm like, I love the taste of veal, man. It's a fish. It's a fish,
No,
man.
it's definitely not.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, well,
Veal?
Veil.
Oh, veil.
Veil,
that's
man.
the joke, noodle.
I wish I was a little bit taller.
That fucking parkoured over your forehead.
Human Centipede. That ain't 90s. If it was, I would have my childhood all fucked
Human
up.
Centipede sounds like fun. That sounds like a Tuesday.
And then you end up.
Challenge Friday.
Then you end up with a human millipede if you have too many people.
Yeah, that sounds like a Challenge Friday for sure.
No,
I
don't.
love the veil scented candles.
I want to be,
Yeah, the veil scented candles are good.
I want to be first.
They're high in omega 3s.
Good in fish oils.
Dude, I need to come out with my own fish oil that says veil.
It's not mooing no more.
Cows are technically fish because they can be found dead in the ocean, man.
Hey, I do my part and help the vegans save their grass by
Right.
eating my cows.
I eat everything that eats the grass. I'll save you, vegans.
Yeah, you just smoke it.
Don't worry, we won't eat it. We just smoke it.
Nobody's dad's lawnmower is safe. I'm coming for all them clippings.
Did you ever play the Beavis and Butthead game for Sega Genesis?
I sure fucking did.
Yes.
Such a fun game. Beavis and Butthead for Sega Genesis.
The episode, the level where you have to fucking, like, you're in the hospital and you're on the gurney. You gotta fucking squirt you gotta squirt shit with that fucking with the IV bag.
That's hard as fuck.
Dude, that was when that was probably the first time I ever cussed and my dad heard me.
You know what game had no reason to be as hard as it was?
Lion King.
Lion King for
level
Sega.
5. Don't play with me.
Dude, TMNT, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles
No.
video game.
Battletoads
was hard as fuck, too.
Lion King for adults.
The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game. It literally could not be finished.
Lion King for adults at the fucking 5th level was nearly impossible.
Yeah, there was no reason for that. Trying to jump back and forth on all them fucking heads, and there was just no way to do it. And why do you make a fucking game if you can't even fucking beat it without a cheat code? Sorry, I lost my shit.
A little bit.
Don't
Found
worry,
it
landed
again,
over
though.
there.
You found your shit, man.
Oh, I found it all right.
Yeah.
Found it and lost it again, man.
Let's see.
It's all in my head.
But no, we were
smoking.
talking about Thomas the Train Engine being super fucked up.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, if you think about it, now there's nothing that's like outright raw, but if you think about it, there was it was like the first episode when they were telling the backstory of how the trains like got along and blah blah, and there was the one that was pulling all this cargo, and he was one of the best runners, and one day it started to rain. And he just got his new paint job and was all cleaned up, and he didn't want to come out of the tunnel because he didn't want to fuck with his paint job. So the fat dude, not Mr. Conductor, but the other guy, the commissioner or whatever the hell he is,
Yeah.
orders, instead of like talking to him like, all right, well, you know what I mean, we can come out and no, he walls him in, leaves the upper half so he can always see out and watch all the other trains do their jobs, and he leaves them fucking barricaded up. That was in the very first episode. If you think about it, they have their faces and shit, which means the rest of the car is their body. You know what I mean? Like, so all their organs and shit would be in the back half behind the face. Yeah. So every time they showed one of the other trains pushing one off of a cliff, or like the one where it finds the scrapyard, which would be a cemetery, all the faces are missing out of the trains, and it shows that train is terrified. Well, these two other fucking stock car things come up and push it into the infirmary thing where it was going.
Cremation machine.
And the crane that picks them up and drops them into the incinerator, it pushes it right up underneath there. It's got these fucked up looking smiles. There's all kind of fire and shit, so it's supposed to look like hell. And for some reason, he's saved by the fat fucking
Conductor guy.
not the conductor guy, but the other guy, commissioner. And instead of like scolding the other one, he smiles and laughs. Like, that show was incredibly fucked up. Look how many episodes the two aren't getting along. So the one, because I guess the one had a bad attitude, so they push it off a fucking cliff. They all work together and push this train over a cliff. Damn. That's the equivalent of us saying, hey, I don't like Noodle, or I don't like you, and we all just going and pushing you over a fucking hillside.
That's cold-blooded.
You know what I mean? And they do it with smiles on their face, and the fucking commissioner dude shows up out of nowhere again. He's always gonna be around when these things fucking die. Oh, ho, 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 ho. You trains. What the fuck? Like, that show was hella fucked up. Well, you can go on YouTube and actually look, and this dude goes hella in depth. And, like, he, like, really breaks down each episode and shows just how fucked up that show really was. And it was on PBS. But that it finally explains how George Carlin was involved.
Yeah. Ringo Starr was also a conductor at one time, wasn't he? There was two of them. There was Ringo Starr, and then when Ringo Starr was done, George Carlin did it.
You know, I was the George Carlin era. I don't know anything really past that.
Well, Ringo was the original. Which is kind of weird.
Dude, it's that sad. I'm over here thinking this hard about Thomas fucking...
I never did either until I stumbled across those.
Back like, oh my god.
That's fucking
Random
crazy.
thought on the topic of shit that probably scarred you as a child. Do you guys remember in the old Dumbo movie that fucking fever dream that happened whenever Dumbo was drinking? With the freaking like hallucinations that they were like marching band and shit.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, you remember what I'm talking about?
Now we're there. All right.
Yeah, that fucking fever dream.
No, the scariest thing in a fucking kids movie was Charlie and the Chocolate Factory when they went through that fucking chocolate fountain.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Look, dude, he played that so fucking well. I'm sorry. Like, Johnny Depp was supposed to hit that seem a little creepy or whatever. I don't think they could do better than Gene Wilder.
No.
Like, he made it as creepy as he needed to.
Yeah.
There's no touch in the original, man.
No.
Don't get me wrong, the
new
Johnny
one was
Depp
alright,
one
but-
was pretty good, but nothing touches the original with Gene Wilder.
No,
Nothing.
they hit just the right. He
Dude, Gene Wilder made that movie like timeless.
He was
like,
Gene fucking Wilder. That's why.
facts.
That's like changing.
On the topic of the Gene Wilder one, dude. Am I the only one that finds it kind of fucked up with the grandpa that he was just laying there,
Letting
the
them
whole time?
struggle.
Yeah, letting them
And then
struggle.
this
and everything.
motherfucker, I can walk now that we can go to a chocolate factory.
Right, we're going to a chocolate factory. Here I come.
And he's like
He even
dancing.
does a little fucking like. They're like, oh, he's been getting spun bathed and fed for how many fucking watching everybody struggle. Little Charlie's running around trying to get his homework done, trying to hustle up some fucking bread. Oh, I'm feeling much better now. That's the equivalent. He's a deadbeat dad. I ain't even trying to hear that shit.
That'd be granddad.
That motherfucker, he was just fine the whole damn time.
He's a genius.
Come with me, and you'll be in a world full of bullshit.
Facts. He hopped up. Even as a kid, I was like, that ain't right. Hold on. Wait a second. They've been working hard.
He's supposed to be handicapped. What's he doing jumping out of that bed dancing?
Y'all need to take his sticker now. No more handicap sticker for you.
Remember back on Pinocchio, that whole scene where the dude just turned into a donkey?
Yeah.
Dude, how messed up, like, you're sitting there like a little 8-10-year-old listening to this dude scream and cry and beg for his mother as he's this freaking body horror show going
That's
on.
because Disney decided they were gonna rip off Grimm's fucking fairy tales, and every movie they made after that wasn't Grimm's fairy tales related, they had to give it that darker side to kind of explain what would happen if you're doing things you shouldn't be doing.
I know, but that was for children.
They had them living inside of a whale.
Are we going to forget about Sleeping Beauty, which was a fairy tale about necrophilia?
Facts.
Sleeping Beauty wasn't sleeping in the original book. You find
No,
out at the
she
end
was
she's
dead.
Yeah.
Just said, how about the All Dogs Go to Heaven movie?
Dude, All Dogs Go to Heaven was fucked up, like for real, and it made me cry too, so it's like double fucked up. All Dogs Go to Heaven was fucking, I don't care what you say.
Speaking of
Who
dogs,
Framed Roger Rabbit?
oh, that was a fucked up movie.
Well, that was meant to be fucked up though. What?
I know, I was just gonna say that freaking shoe dips.
You know what's crazy? It took me until adulthood to realize the bad guy in
Brokeback
Frank
Mountain.
Roger Rabbit.
That was one of
It's Christopher
Colin's.
Lloyd.
Brokeback Mountain was one of Colin's favorite fucking movies for at least 2 years. That and Titanic.
Yeah.
Homeward Bound,
Hey,
Two Dogs,
the actor that played the bad guy in Who Framed Roger Rabbit, it took me until I was like in my 20s to realize that's Christopher Lloyd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't know that?
When I was a kid, I didn't put one and one together because I'm like, I just knew movies for what they
trying to
were.
read 'em.
And then when I got older and rewatched it, because I ain't seen it since childhood, I'm like, wait, that's Christopher fucking Lloyd.
Yeah, how about the fact that a shit ton of animals died for Milo and Otis?
Oh, yeah,
It
yeah.
was either that or Homeward Bound, one of them. They had like a shit ton of dogs and cats that died making those movies.
Yep.
Cody said,
Keep swerving me and Colin. I'm not swerving. I haven't gotten to half these things. And I read The Human Centipede.
You read it? Like, that's a book?
No, I read his comment.
50 Shades of Centipede.
Diddy Kong Racing single-handedly got me fucking grounded for like 9 weeks because we would get competitive about it. And I'm sorry, like, all right, my younger brother and my middle brother, they couldn't play video games without like talking shit to each other. All right, I had watched my youngest brother fuck my middle brother up over just not being able to get along over video games. Diddy Kong Racing, at one point in time, we weren't allowed to play it. Like, it was just done. Because that's all we would do is fucking scream. Like, that fucking game, I'm pretty sure is half the reason I'm on fucking anxiety medication as a fucking adult.
So, Diddy Kong
Dude.
Racing or Mario Kart 64?
Diddy Kong Racing, Mario Kart, I was cool with. Diddy Kong was fucking frustrating because when you had to collect those fucking balloons, okay, once you got so far in, it was fucking impossible. How many fucking balloons do I need to get to this fucking level?
That's kind of like...
Dude,
play-
Mario Kart and Smash Brothers have been just the end of so many friendships.
Did you
Mario
know that if you
Mario.
play Mario 64, Super
Mario
Mario,
Kart Rainbow
you
Road.
collect all the stars, which is really hard. You can go, you know that
Rainbow Road
cannon
ended
that's like
friendships.
outside the castle?
Yeah.
You can go into that cannon and shoot on the roof and talk to Yoshi.
Really?
Yes. If you collect all,
we played it on
if you collect every star on Super Mario 64, you can get in that cannon and shoot and meet Yoshi, and he gives you the last star.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Did you guys know that?
What?
If you
You'd know if you were listening.
if
We
you
were having a conversation about Rainbow Road.
Then have it quietly.
Friendships.
Super Mario 64, you collect every star
Leave it to Beaver.
on that game. Well, besides one, you can go outside of the castle, hop in that cannon outside the castle, shoot onto the roof, and Yoshi gives you the last star.
No, I did not know that.
It's nearly impossible to get every star in that goddamn game.
Colin
You
was
can,
that
but like
lean,
it's hard. Like don't get you have to get all the red coins, all that shit. And you also don't you have to get every coin in the game too to get a star?
Bro, all BJ does is play video games. There's nothing anybody can do. He said he will beat you in the thumb wrestling match. He probably would.
By the arcades.
Colin's got stronger forearms than I do.
You can collect toys from those.
What, arm wrestling?
Thumb wrestling.
Oh, thumb wrestling, yeah, I can just tag somebody in and
Right, yeah, you get him with a tag team bang. Coming over the top.
Coming
Coming over the top.
leg drop.
Play with me.
Thumb wrestling, you can tag people in. You didn't know that? Oh, you do now.
Tag team matches.
Yeah.
Watch, observe.
Okay, let's do
Wait,
this.
now.
We're gonna do it this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. I declare a thumb war. 5, 6, 7 straight. Try to keep your thumb straight. And then you do this little number, and then boom,
Bang! I got both of them.
Yeah, he
I
got
pinned
both.
him in. Fuck you in the click you claim.
I was gonna get the whole NWO, my whole hand.
They're coming in from the backstage.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
This just turned into a slobber knocker.
How do you do that? Are you ready?
Oh wait. Here, wait, there.
Yeah.
Suck it.
Suck it. Dude, everybody did that shit.
Dude, I don't
Even
know.
non-wrestling fans would do that shit. Suck it.
I don't think I have a friend in my group that didn't do at least one detention and one Saturday school for telling somebody to suck it.
Yeah.
You want to know? You want to know what one of my favorite fails was?
Just doing it.
There was one kid.
I sit there and do it in
that
the
I went
mirror.
to school with that went to do that and just straight up chopped himself in the nuts.
Okay, funny story about that. Funny story
Like,
about
you
that.
went,
The original
He just nailed himself.
The original DX, when they first formed, it was Rick Rude. I don't know if you remember that or not.
Yeah.
It was Rick Rude and all them guys, Shawn Michaels, Triple H. The original Suck It was straight hands to the crotch.
Right.
That's what X-Pac was doing before he officially...
Right, yeah,
became
X-Pac
DX.
had already been doing the...
Yeah. Well, he was doing that. Well, they changed it to this because X-Pac was doing the whole going crazy thing. Went to jump up, caught a nut, and fucking fell to the floor and had to wrestle a match.
Oh.
Can you imagine having to wrestle a match after catching yourself in
Because
the nuts?
if you notice when X-Pac did it, he would do this, jump up, and
Yeah,
then
and then he'd
X.
cross it, yeah.
Yeah, because he hit himself jumping.
Yeah, fuck that.
Oh, you want to hear another painful thing that happened to X-Pac recently? He was wrestling and he went to do the Bronco Buster. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, hold on. Guy moved. He hit the fucking turnbuckle, ripped his ass from his taint to his butthole.
Oh!
Ripped it.
They said the velocity of him hitting the turnbuckle was like a car hitting a fucking wall at 35
Yeah.
mile an hour.
The dude moved, he hard-weighed it, hit the turnbuckle, and ripped himself from his taint.
He had an episiotomy.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Like, oh my god, man. That is awful.
So where's Dustin tonight? Dustin is actually he's at a concert tonight up by Oglebay Park in West Virginia. He's at, what the fuck is that called? Wild West?
Wild West.
Yeah, it's the Wild West Bar and Grill.
Wild West.
They got a bunch of acts up there playing tonight. I had to work too late anyhow. I already had him scheduled, so I want to be here for y'all. You guys take the time every fucking week to come show up and watch us talk and act like assholes for a fucking hour and a half. I'm going to be here with y'all, you know what I mean? I'll catch the next one.
And I'm going to be on the show again next Monday. Not this coming Monday, but next Monday.
Switch up gears. What do you got coming up on Pink Sock?
On Pink Sock, we have the Indian band.
I'm still hitting this.
I'm not sure how to pronounce their name, but it's Dymbur. They just Dymbur, I think.
Dymbur?
They released a new song recently called Child Abuse. It's covering the whole like child abuse pandemic or whatever you call it, epidemic. Right. Over in India, they have a real bad child abuse problem, and they are trying to spread the word. But the song kind of goes along with any culture.
Right.
It's not just Indian culture, but the numbers on there is just from India. And they also released a song before that called Rape Culture, which is to spread awareness of the ongoing rape problem in India.
They don't even try to like beat around the bush. They just let you know point blank, like
child abuse, rape culture.
Full Monty.
Yeah, like that's what I admire about these guys. But
I like it.
Yeah, they're gonna be on the show Monday. And then we'll just announce guests as we can throughout the week. But I'm gonna be on here next Monday, not this Monday, but next, and then Friday after that. Because that's the way my schedule is.
Listen,
I'll touch you and feel you.
I am glad that you come and you grace me with your presence. You come on.
Yeah, I love coming on your
and
show.
you come on the set. It's,
Yeah,
it's
I
nice
come-
you come
I-
hang out.
Yeah, and I just get my love everywhere. I just spread my love all over the place and just come.
Belinda Goff, what's up?
I need an abortion once, but I didn't know the guy.
Wait, what?
Yeah, hold on, what?
Hold
Say
on.
that again?
What happened?
I'm not reading that one out loud.
Okay.
Not
The
again.
Road Dog Billy Badass.
Dude, the Road Dog and Billy Badass Gun.
The Road Dog Jerry Curtis. Badass Butchie Lee.
They really butchered that.
Hey, I mean,
It was Road Dog Jesse James.
these names don't control us no more. I was watching stuff.
Did you like Man Cane? Remember Man Cane?
Stone Cold. Sally Jesse.
Stone Cold Shawn Michaels, remember him? Man, do you remember
Hi, Chief Peter, my Undertaker.
Peter my Undertaker? Did you know, fun fact about a wrestler, The Undertaker, his first match ever, he was known as Kane the Undertaker. And around that time, they were going to drop the Undertaker portion and keep Kane. But they decided to keep the Undertaker portion. Well, at that time, there's a guy by the name of Glenn Jacobs wrestling as Jerry
Yeah.
the King Lawler's dentist.
Yeah, he was Isaac Yankum.
Well, he ended up leaving for
Isaac Yankum,
he
I
ended up
remember
leaving for a few months.
I saw clips.
Well, like as Isaac Yankum, then showed up as Kane, the brother of the Undertaker, a year later.
Dude, well, all right, but look, the build up to Kane showing up on the fucking Attitude
Goosebumps.
Era, dude, that was fucking perfection. But they had more fucking soul in the storyline back then. It's such lazy
He didn't
writing
talk
nowadays.
back then.
No.
Back then, when he first showed up, he would show up, fuck shit up, and leave.
Yep.
And then he started talking with that talk box. Do you know what the first thing Kane said on microphone? X-Pac is like, you don't need that anymore. And he took the talk box. And he's like, do you have something you want to say? And he's like, yes.
Suck it.
Suck it! And he did the...
I remember that.
That was his first words on
Suck it!
In my opinion,
He was in DX at the time, technically.
when Stone Cold, The Rock, and Vince McMahon were all going fucking crazy,
Yeah.
when Stone Cold took that when The Rock took that fucking belt and chucked that bitch off that fucking bridge, that was probably
The skull belt.
That was probably the best sequence of wrestling. That was the best character feud, in my opinion, that there has ever fucking been.
Hey, can we just take a moment to kind of recognize how fucking buff Vince McMahon used
Yeah.
to be?
Dude, he was fucking jacked. Like, everyone makes fun of how he walks, but like,
There's
if
a
I was
reason.
built like him, I'd fucking walk like a dick too.
Well, do you see that his suit doesn't even fucking fit? Because they can't find one?
I mean, like, the first time that I seen him set up for that cage match, which was him and Shane, he come out,
that one.
and he had that fucking... I'd only seen him in fucking suits, and then occasionally you see him in just his dress shirt when he takes his jacket off, whatever. But you never really seen... Bro, he's fucking...
Did you watch when he wrestled Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania 19? It was a street fight, and Vince came out like, "Rah," like fucking a monster. I'm like, what the hell?
He was a big fucking dude, but like I said, and that's why everyone's like, hey, why does he walk like that? Listen, there's only two reasons you walk
all
like that.
that
You're
did.
jacked like fuck, or you got a big dick. There's no other reason that you walk with that much swagger. Your money won't even make you do that. Big arms, big dick. I said what I said.
Well, after that recent thing where he paid that woman $2 million, I mean... Did you hear about that?
Vaguely.
He slept with a woman, paid her $4 million, which is more than she paid for he did pay for WCW. So you know it's some good shit.
Jesus. That better be... You paid...
And then he retired. So he paid $4 million for
It
a
must have
woman.
been really bad. You know what I mean? Like, there must have been evidence.
Yeah.
He ain't coming off that kind
There's
of money.
videos. That's like...
Right.
Yeah, Vince...
Her family knows.
Vince,
You know what I mean? Like,
Vince McMahon paid $4 million for a woman hush-hush money. And then...
that's
retired.
more than he paid for fucking Ted Turner's entire organization.
Yeah, $2 million is what he paid for WCW. He paid more
That's
for
insanity.
He paid more for some side woman than he did for a company.
Bro, that would mean that every fucking wrestler from the Attitude Era makes more than he paid for WCW.
Yep.
You pay $2 million for that entire organization. Some of his top guys make fucking 80 times that.
And that's why Vince.
Player money.
And that's why Vince isn't a billionaire yet. Because have you seen his roster?
Well, yeah.
He has way too many
He hasn't
people.
spent all his money.
But you know what? But at least he does put that money back in. I mean, the
And not to
production,
mention declining
even though
views.
it's very fucking lazy writing nowadays.
You know who we didn't mention from the Attitude Era? We mentioned the Cloud, though. Gangrel and the Brood.
No, Gangrel was very dude.
Gangrel was such a fucking gimmick.
If he,
man.
dude, but at that time gimmicks were working.
You had
And he
Duke
sold
the
that
Dumpster
gimmick
Brody,
well.
and you're talking about Gangrel.
Right. The Brooklyn Brawler was a thing, and we're talking shit about Gangrel. If that
I
man,
fucking hated Gangrel.
Remember JBL? That was in the 90s, but he came out. He went from being APA in the 90s to like this Wall Street guy.
right, it never made any sense how the fuck you were slamming beers and acting like a degenerate, hanging out with the Undertaker and shit.
Yeah. My favorite gimmick.
The whole
ever.
corporate ministry era. Don't get me started there. And then you come out with a fucking suit.
Wearing a hat.
I just want to point out my favorite.
He shaved his
gimmick
fucking goatee
ever.
and all of a sudden became a douche.
The
whistle.
Woo Train.
Come get on the-
Godfather.
The Godfather that went to the Good Father.
Yeah, when he joined the Right to Censor.
Dude, when Steve Richards showed up with the whole right to censor thing, I was done.
Can I say something though about Steve Richards though? He can turn a shitty gimmick into something good. Because Right to Censor made you hate Right to Censor, and that was the point.
Well, right, but at the same time, like, I don't know, I just didn't like him as a wrestler. Like,
It was
I
that
just,
theme song.
when Kane joined with them, I was done. That was like right about the time I stopped watching altogether because it just got stupid.
You know what's awesome about the 90s? Though?
And they had Stone Cold singing and wearing a tiny fucking cowboy hat, singing to Vince McMahon.
Remember?
When Stone Cold broke the Vince McMahon.
I think we broke your friend. You good?
Remember that DX video?
My grandpa had gangrene. JBL's a subwoofer.
Remember when WWE was told that their show's going to be canceled because of DX doing all the shit they were doing? And DX was like, let us go out there unscripted. And Vince is like, fuck it, we're going to get canceled anyway. So Hunter and Sean came out Bill Clinton style, wearing suits, and like,
I remember
they're
that.
like, due to this program, we were told that we can't say the following. And they went through the 7 words you can't say. And then they're like, oh, and by the way, we're not going to say suck it, and we're not going to do this. And they got in front of the camera and mooned it. That was basically them saying fuck the network, and the network kept them on because ratings went.
Ratings
Oh, yeah.
went through the fucking roof.
But they're not the first to do that though. ECW was.
Yeah.
Remember Paul
Yeah,
Heyman?
but ECW just didn't have as big of a
Oh,
platform.
I know. But Paul Heyman
They
legit
should've.
had a problem with his network, and he was on TV telling them cancel me. It was like, and now WWE bought you. But anyway,
Didn't age well, but Paul.
contract with the World Wildlife Foundation as long as you don't go by WWF.
Right.
You can use the name, and they just call themselves the World Wildlife Foundation.
Yeah.
Well, the Attitude Era hit, and it was easier to just say WWF. And there was a lawsuit, but the lawsuit took so long that by the time it went through, it was no longer the Attitude Era, and they just went into the 2002 Get the F Out. Remember that shit?
Yep.
Get the F Out, and it was the WWE shirts.
Yeah.
Yep. Because then
F out.
that was when they went through, and when you would look up anything at all, there for a while there was no logo. They had everything fucking bleeped out. And then they showed up with that fucking the whole WWE thing where it was just like the weird WW, and it didn't quite work, but they went with it for a while. But like I said, that was right around the time that I started falling away from it.
Do you
Like,
know how bad that would have happened if it happened to another wrestling company like WCW?
seconds
Get the
to
C
fall.
out.
right?
What?
The only person that would have worked for was John Cena.
Remember when Tits and Ass was a wrestling company?
Ha.
Remember that? Tits and Ass Wrestling Impact? TNA?
Yeah, TNA.
They changed their name to Impact because of that joke.
They had a good
TNA?
They had a
Oh,
good
yeah.
program though. Like I liked TNA. I mean, I like TNA, but I liked TNA.
Hey, who's your favorite wrestler from TNA? I can tell you
Well,
mine
he's
right
with
off of-
he's with WWE now.
AJ Styles.
AJ Styles.
Dude, my favorite to this day and forever will be Abyss.
The one that I love.
Abyss was dope, but he was a fucking Kane and Mankind knockoff.
He actually wrestled Mick Foley.
But
Yeah, he actually did. That was fun.
Tell me I'm wrong.
It was Battle of the Masks. He actually wrestled Mick Foley.
I mean, dude, he definitely took a lot of inspiration, but bro, he made it his own.
Yeah, but you okay?
Make it his
The
own.
only thing that made him original, I'm not hating on Chris Parks. He's a great athlete and all that. The fact that his manager wasn't the same as Kane's. He had that Siniacal guy that was.
Dude,
What
he
was
had Dr. Death Stevie Richards, wasn't
no, it was the guy that played Sinister Minister in ECW.
Yep.
He.
I was gonna say, I know Stevie actually did manage him for a short time.
No, his manager was always this. Well, Stevie Richards managed him after the guy quit.
Yeah,
I didn't fuck with Abyss because, like I said, to me, I mean, he was a good athlete,
What
but
about
he
Samoa
was.
Joe?
Samoa Joe's cool, but at the same time, I like him more now with WWE.
Well, you know what I love?
They utilized him better.
I loved when he would do that shit where he would go to stand up. He'd go to stand up and somebody's on the top rope and they go to jump at him. He's like, nope. And he walks away from him. That shit was fucking hilarious, bro.
See,
Just watch him just. The guy just flips and he's like, nope. And he walks away from him.
see, I like Sabu, and a lot of people did.
Oh,
Sabu.
he retired
People
recently.
didn't like him.
My dude was our Rob Van Dam, dude.
Dude,
I like
that's what I was
Sandman,
gonna say.
too.
Whenever he went to TNA, that's when they started rocking, bro. Whenever
I like
Rob Van
Sandman.
Dam went to TNA,
Sandman-
especially when he was feuding with Abyss.
Now back to the wrestling thing. A lot of the
We've been on wrestling thing. What do you mean you're back to the wrestling
No, back
thing?
to like the old school stuff. We were talking new school. Now I'm going back to the old school. Do you know how the Attitude Era got most of its ideas? From ECW, because it wasn't a big company at the time.
Well, yeah.
When Stone Cold started doing the alcohol shit, Sandman was doing
Sandman.
that for years. He would even come
He
out
admitted
to
that.
Yeah, he even came out to exit light, and he would like crack the cans off his head and shit.
Oh yeah, because he would bleed every fucking match.
Yeah, and he'd
he
be
also
drunk
stapled
as
shit to his
shit.
forehead.
Did you hear that story about Sandman when he was at a TV taping that never aired, by the way? He was at a TV taping, he was supposed to wrestle Rhino. And Rhino came out, he was standing in the ring, and Sandman, shit-faced, pulled his pants and underwear down in the middle of the ring and just stood there, and Rhino fucking speared his ass and left. He gored him and then left.
Jesus.
He's like, what the fuck is wrong with him? And they're like, we can't use any of the footage.
Did you New Jack?
I met him.
Wrestling.
That'd be dope, but creepy. Because he openly admits to trying to kill old boy.
Yeah.
Like, he openly comes out and he's like, look, he said, I had a little bit to drink. He said, we climbed up there, and he said, he said, oh, I think he's dead. He said, I was hoping he was.
Yeah.
He said, a little bit to the left. He said, I just missed my mark.
Like the part that made me laugh, because I kind of belly chuckled because that's a sense of humor. He said I held that motherfucker in my arm and I started tasing him, and he's like, I can't feel my legs, and he's like, you're not gonna need them, and he grabbed him and flung him off the fucking scaffold. He's like, you're not gonna need them. Whoop.
Now, that old man is fucking nuts.
But-
I've watched a couple interviews with him.
Nicest wrestler I've met. One of them.
I would not want to be, but I mean,
He bought me onion rings.
he did get hurt. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, he did get hurt.
He was
He
blind
suffered an
inside.
injury. But I don't think, like, I mean, he legit tried to kill old boy.
Yep.
He threw him head first, and that was like taller than this.
50 feet. 50-foot
You
scaffold.
want to know who a really crazy motherfucker was that was a wrestler?
Who?
Ohio Higher Mind.
Who?
See?
Haku.
Class.
Haku was nuts.
Oh, wait. What do we got going on here?
Haku
Hold
bit ears
on.
off. How about Latino Heat? Why haven't we mentioned Eddie Guerrero yet?
Oh, no, we haven't gotten around to that yet.
Latino
Carbs.
Heat.
Bedroom wrestling. Listen. We had entrance music. We had made little titles out of paper and cardboard.
Me too, dude.
Bro, and then like my parents fucked up and bought us those replica ones that were made out of foam.
Oh,
Dude, we had the smoking skull belt. We had the intercom. We had some shit, all right?
And a trampoline.
One of us, no. We, up in the
That's
bedrooms.
what I did too, yeah.
We'd have one, whoever wasn't wrestling, work the lights. Like, it was a we had the WWE entrance theme, fucking, it was like volume 4 or some shit. Because it had the remix
Can I
of Stone
find
Cold.
this?
everybody sounds.
No, unfortunately, because we were just kids. But my youngest brother
Oh,
brought it up in
you
the chat.
you had the WWE stuff. We actually made our own like wrestling. We didn't.
Oh
film
no,
it.
we made at first they were paper belts. They were paper and cardboard.
Well, that's
then
what
my
I
mom
did.
bought
But
bought
the
us
theme
actual
songs
ones.
we did original. We did original shit.
Nope, we utilized that. We had one hell of a fucking production up there, and new tackle boxes we had gotten for Christmas. Like, we didn't take the whole like.
What was your
it's
gimmick,
fake.
Tim the Toolman Taylor?
No, bro. Everything was a hardcore match. everything.
If you could grab it, you could get hit.
My parents had just got us this fucking art desk, okay? Plastic, little play school, Fisher Price, my first shit. Had the little lift up deal, like it was nice. All one piece, seat was attached. You get that good old on that bitch. It was perfection. I picked my middle brother up and slammed him through that motherfucker. My parents were pissed. I'm talking shit got broke. It was rough. And then my cousin would come over. The tag team matches. Bro, so we were all wrestling around in the living room one time, and my mom had this little fucking... Sorry, Mom.
Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio.
My mom had this little basset hound. It was the fucking ceramic basset hound. It was painted up. She loved it. It was right in front of our old school big screen TV. We're wrestling around. My cousin Zach had just come over to stay. He has been on a lot of the older lives, but since we've gone more like weed based and smoke sesh, I don't have him come over. You know what I mean? Whatever. But you can go back and find out who I'm talking about. But he had come over to hang out. We were wrestling around like we shouldn't have been. And my foot hit this basset hound, snapped the ear. No glue. I've gone through the house. There's no glue, and I'm panicking. We only got a couple hours till she's on her way home. I start chewing up gum. So much Big Red, bro, and I'm trying to fucking patch this fucking dog's ear on, which it stayed for a little while. I got a couple days, and I thought I was in the clear. It hadn't moved. As long as nobody touched it, we were safe. One day I was sitting there, and they didn't have the AC on. It was a little warmer, and I can't remember if Colin was in the room or not, but I know BJ was because he pointed over. And my parents are sitting in the fucking living room on the couch watching their show, and we're both watching this fucking ear.
The further it falls, the bigger your eyes got.
By this time it had been long enough we could play the, well, I mean, I don't know how it got broke, but I don't know how it got gum in it either. Did you get that at a yard sale? Where'd that come from, Mama? We'll go take it back. You know what I mean? We tried to play that shit off because they knew at that point, like, we didn't do it today. You've been here. Bro, that thing fell so slow, just...
How long did it take him to notice?
Oh, bro. I think it was me that gave it away because I was... Bro, because, I mean, my mom, sweetheart. My dad took no shit, okay? Like, if he thought she was going to be mad, I was in trouble. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he was sitting there like, she might going to be upset about this. It's fucking on, okay? And popping. And especially since I'm watching this little fucking... luckily, there was no attachment to it. Like, I just know she liked it a lot. Because I thought, like, you know what I mean? Like, I was... Come to find out, I didn't really have to, you know what I mean? I could have just told her, but I didn't. But yeah, no, I chewed up a whole fucking pack of Big Red and patched a fucking dog. I played Doc McStuffins with Big Red.
You know how upset I was when I thought Doc McStuffins is a show, a kid show.
What's up?
I thought...
She said she can just see his face.
I thought Doc McStuffins was something else.
Doc McStuffins is actually...
kids show where she...
Oh yeah, I know, but I was upset when I found that out. I thought it was something else. I turned it on, and I'm like, I'm watching a fucking kids show.
He found the wrong Doc McStuffins.
This guy ain't bald,
dude. It took me at least it took me at least 10 minutes to realize what you had meant, and then I was, I walked right into that.
Oh, Johnny Sins. He's everywhere. He's a plumber. He never fixes shit, though. I'm never hiring him.
I'll tell you what, though. He gets a lot of business.
Dude, what's up with him becoming like a social media influencer?
Oh, he's great.
Because in Sins we trust. If he's nailing what he's nailing, he's doing something right. You know what I mean?
Dude, first porn star president. In Sins we trust.
You know, I think he's probably played one.
Mayor.
He has quite
Mayor
a discography, you know what I mean?
He's got more experience than the current.
I mean, if he can ride some of the shit he's riding, he can ride a bike. But
hey,
slow burn.
Did you hear?
It's a smolder.
Did you hear that they might be making a 3D porno?
Oh, what? They have them. If you get an Oculus, you can actually. They have.
So are you dodging shots like bullets? Oh, he's gonna finish it. Like Matrix.
Why are you on her end?
Because you always finish at weird times. I don't know why I'm on her end. Sometimes you want to see it closer. Sometimes you want to see the tongue going the other way. Mind your own business. I met a friend of mine does this.
Asking for a friend.
Asking for a friend.
The friend.
Dude, I need to make one of those, but with your face on all of them.
Listen, who? All right, honest number. How many of you want some pins like this, but some superimposed faces?
Make a bunch of them.
Yeah, I mean, we get Dr. Dank in this mug. Like, we could make it. How many of my who's got Photoshop? What up with it?
Dabbindales.
Trademark it.
Dabbindales.
I'm gonna need one of these at least, but yeah, I mean, you know what?
I was gonna wear it like Flava Flav, like a big old chain.
Dude, my dad took a grill off of a Cadillac.
I have the
Escalade
perfect chain.
and wore it around.
Do you know why you haven't seen Flava Flav lately? He don't want to go digital. Could you imagine a digital clock on that shit?
He's getting hurt.
He's wearing digital.
One good swing. That's all it's gonna take. Lights out.
Did you know you're an ugly dude when you have a show about finding love and you have like 5 seasons?
Matt.
Remember that Flava Flav is like, I'm gonna find love 5th season. I don't think you're going to, Flav. I think you should just give up on that.
Right.
Brett Michaels has the market now.
Dude,
Hey,
there
we
shouldn't
get
be
your
so
brother
many
a
shots at
life-size
love.
poster.
Huh?
Corey said we need to get your brother a life-size poster.
He'd put it up in his garage.
Could you imagine though?
I would look like a bad Chris Farley mix-up.
From the Chippendales video? Do you want me to edit your face on Chris Farley's? From
You know
that
what the worst
skit?
thing is?
Work
I
better.
just found out today that the other person was Patrick Swayze.
Yeah, I just told him. Yeah, he didn't know.
I never knew that was Patrick Swayze
Yeah, dude.
until he told me today.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I love Patrick Swayze.
Yeah. He's moist.
Moist is a great word.
Can't
No,
possibly tell that to my younger brother.
Can I say something? People claim moist is a real bad word. Like, a lot of people don't
Yeah,
like
they
that.
don't like how it sounds.
Yeah, but there's worse words.
Well, absolutely.
Damp. Would you rather... Okay, no, hear me out. Would you
Would you rather
rather...
have a moist cake
Or a damp cake. Would you rather, like, whenever you go down on your lady, you're like, oh, you're damp this evening. Like, would you rather hear that or moist? Soggy. Soggy's another one. This sandwich is soggy. This cake is moist. I think, like, one of them sounds better. You know what I mean?
Well, I guess when you put it in nose tone, you know what I mean? Like,
It's the same word, though.
Could you imagine trying to say it sexy, though? Like,
Oh, yeah, you're soggy.
it's just soggy. You know what I mean? Like, you can't...
That's more of a, this shit's soggy. I don't know.
Come on, that shit's soggy.
Yeah, but they're the same word. If you Google it, it's the same word.
Well, yeah, but like, and I mean, I guess
Step outside, like, oh, it's soggy out here.
if you're doing it right, you could say damp and get away with it, but that's still gonna... It still seems more like you peed yourself.
Like, those words are interchangeable, though. You go outside and say it's moist outside. You can't say it's freaking soggy out here. But you can say moist cake, but you can't say soggy cake.
I thought it was dusted puffed up.
But that's just nuts. People hate weird words.
I have a moist brisket video.
A moist brisket.
Bro, that barbecue guy, I haven't had enough time off work to make the fucking video I want to.
How damp
But
is
he
this
does,
briskets?
bro.
Are they
Them
soggy?
bitches, they damn near spit at you.
So they're soggy.
And he has these meat slap videos that
I do too.
I have. I'm gonna start making some. Fuck, feet pics coming soon. I'm telling you.
So can we talk about your third one?
Let's go there. What?
This motherfucker has a third nut. Tell me about it.
He said, "Tell me about it."
Tell me about it. Tell me about it. Let me see it. No, I'm just kidding. Show and tell. No, he told me he's gonna talk about it on the show.
I know another guy with a third nut. We call him Try.
Is it a full? Is it a full nut? Half nut? Like
No, it is a full nut. One side hangs lower than the other, if you must know. Like,
so it never goes in the middle.
they thought I had a hernia when I was younger. Turns out, 'twas not.
Was not.
Was not. It just dropped a little later than the others, you know what I mean? But
late for the party.
fully active, it's there.
Does it jump sides?
Why you
Sometimes?
think he's
No.
got 50, 11
Okay,
kids?
so
There.
one side's bigger than the other.
One side.
Okay, so one half of the sack. Half sack. He's got like a dime bag over here, and he's got.
Got a dime bag over here, a twin over here.
I got about a dime bag and a quarter ounce. She got a little drop to her.
Man,
Gravity set in, you know what I
Slightly
mean?
swollen.
Doc,
Gravity
what's wrong
set
with
in.
Doc? What's wrong with my balls? You think it might have Bell's palsy?
And it was, and
And
at first,
Ball's palsy.
and at first, like it was kind of weird because I obviously had a foreign doctor, and he, like the appointments leading up to it, he would always tell me I needed to drink more skim milk while he had my shit in his hands.
That's hilarious.
I needed to eat more fresh fruits. And I needed to drink more skim milk. And it was just, you know what I mean? And
As
that
he's
was,
milking you.
as, I mean, like, no, I mean, it wasn't all like that, but like, you know what I mean? Investigating my crime scene, telling me
I thought that table looked a little weird.
eat more fresh fruits.
That's
And
hilarious.
drink more skim milk.
So does skim milk get rid of a third nut? Is that what he's trying to tell you?
I don't know what he really meant by it. I guess it was just supposed to be like a healthier.
You need more milk. Well, what are you doing? Down
I
there?
kinda
You trying to
stopped-
find what my diet is?
I kind of stopped listening after like the third turn. You know what I mean?
Was he like
The
tying
third
it?
turn.
Was he
I
tying it?
call this a triple threat. Why do you think I have so many? I can wink at my wife. I have knocked her up, like with her tubes tied. They had, yeah.
Oh yeah,
bro.
you're shooting more than all of us. I might have to borrow that one.
I got
I'm gonna
mortar
shoot it.
rounds, Bubba. Like, and I don't miss. She's like, I want a boy.
Can
Pow!
I borrow one of your nuts because like I'm going to war.
Use it as mace.
That's for my comic
Triple
book.
threat. That's why you limp. Facts.
That's why he limps. That one leg has too much weight on it.
He said Dr. Wang. Facts.
Dr. Wang, that's your new one.
No, that was my doctor's name for real. Wheeling Medical Park man's name was Hissin Hong Wang.
You want to hear something amazing?
Google that shit. You think I'm playing? It's all real up in here.
You want to hear some crazy shit talking
No.
about
Sounds like
fake
a
the funk.
Saturday Night Live sketch.
No,
I don't fake the funk. His name is Hissin Hong Wang.
talking about
It's a
that?
long way.
My mom got a colonoscopy recently. Sorry, Mom. My mom got a colonoscopy recently. The doctor is Dr. Schatz in St. Clairsville. And they performed the colonoscopy.
But can you imagine being a fucking... All right, I never grew up, okay? So I still have the same mindset. You've got...
Dr. Wang.
You're right, coming to Dr. Wang for fucking football physicals and shit. I gotta go see Dr. Wang. What's he gonna do?
Touch Wang.
Tell me to cough.
Tell me to
Oh, by the way, I got it mixed up. My doctor went to check me. He went, and I coughed. He lost a ring off his finger. I'm like, I thought it was, turn my head and cough. I'm sorry, I pooted a little.
Finders keepers, sorry.
Find out how much was that one?
Possession's not against the law.
I can get you that back in 7-10
What are you gonna do, call the cops? He's got my ring in his ass. I bet you don't. I bet you
How
don't.
did it get there? Well, you see.
I bet you don't.
It was funny because he's like, I don't feel anything in there. I'm like, go deeper. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. There was more in there.
Keep checking.
We don't have to bring cameraman into this.
Oh my god.
We need to do
Pull a
comedy
Super
soon,
Bowl
bro.
ring out of there.
He had his pediatrician until he was 18.
We all did.
We need to still stand up soon. Like this style. Pediatrician.
Yeah, he said he had a pediatrician until he was 18. Of course I did. Everyone does.
Well, everyone that can
Off to the
afford it.
side.
No, facts. That shit's I wouldn't have wanted to be my parents because I was always in the hospital, dude.
I have good insurance.
Well, she had to. All right, my mom's a fucking gangster. All right, mom's a gangster, but we always had decent insurance. But it's a good thing because I was always into skateboarding and dumb shit. Like every other fucking month, I was breaking something. And it was never because I meant to. You know what I mean? Just
Whoops.
living fast, getting fucked up, doing fucked up stuff, getting fucked up. Like,
If you're gonna be dumb, you gotta be tough.
Facts. When you go
Words
into
to live
the
by.
hospital on crutches and they say, "What'd you do this time, Matt?"
Dude, like I said, my mom will never forgive me for making her miss Travis Tritt. I've told that story. I ain't getting into that one. But she had been waiting to see that man, and I fucked it all up for her. And I did the one thing she told me not to fucking do.
Fuck it up.
Yeah, I mean, say la vie. Because right as he was taking the stage, she was leaving. Because I was in the hospital with a broken fucking collarbone and a broken wrist. Fucked up my ribs, my knee. One arm in a sling, the other arm in a sling and a cast. It was dope.
Hi, Mom! She's like,
Did he ever tell you about what happened to me my first time? Because my first concert ever was the Chicago Open Air show a couple of years
you got
back.
trampled.
Nice.
Dude, literally, we had been there. I was able to go the first 2 days. I could not go the third day just because I was so beat the fuck up.
Yeah, you got beat.
I had been taking freaking crowd surfer and steel-toed boots to the back of the head for the first 2 days.
I miss Korn because
I had been waiting for Korn all day, dude. One of my favorite new metal bands in my team. Dude, I cannot emphasize how many times I listened to Coming Undone on repeat. All right?
Right.
Dude, that band was my teenage years. So I had been waiting. They were the headliners for the second day. I'd been waiting all day. I mean, I was like, literally the only reason I was able to stand up was because I was leaning on the rail. They come out,
Here's
they
your water,
literally
bro.
strum one chord on the fucking guitar, and a mosh pit opens up behind me. This big 400-pound fat ass pins me up against the railing. The rail is directly on my sternum. It knocked the wind out of me. I cannot inhale. I'm heavily asthmatic. So this sends me into an asthma attack. Luckily, I've been making friends with the security guard all day. He was like, dude, are you okay? And I'm like, no!
What was,
Like, he was like, do you need me to lift you out? Yes!
what was crazy is I had that moment in my head where I'm like, do I go? Or do I finish Korn and then find out where he's at after the set?
You know what? In that situation, I'm sorry. I feel like all my friends would understand. Like, are you breathing? Yes. Conscious? Yes. I'll be there in a minute, buddy. You won't want us both to miss it.
At that time,
Dude, luckily he played the good friend and went with me.
well, I've
because-
seen Korn like 9 times at this point.
I've seen Korn a few times in my life.
Dude, this is my first concert ever in my life.
I was there for Ozzy
Dude,
Osbourne.
the funniest part is at the end of this story, the same dude that I got crushed by, whenever I'd finally, like, they got me stable and everything, and we were going to, me and him was heading towards the van, the dude that fucking crushed me was parked directly next to us, and he was out there. He looked at me, he was like, what's up? And I was like, what's up? And he was like, you want smoke? I'm like, fuck yeah. So me and him were just sitting in his car parked next to the van just smoking.
Didn't mention it, just real awkward and shit.
I didn't almost die because of you. It's okay. It's alright.
Well, the thing was, I left. I left during Korn because I was there for Ozzy Osbourne that year.
Right.
It was one of those things where I'm like, I'm not missing. I've seen Korn handfuls of times.
Right.
I saw Jonathan Davis solo. Now that's a good show.
See, I like Korn, don't get me wrong. It's just not one of my favorites, but I listened to a lot of heavier shit when I was young.
Lamb of God.
Yeah. Now that's more like Randy Blythe was like. He still is. He's
Did you hear
goat
what?
status.
Did you,
He's
did you hear what
metal.
Randy Blythe
metal.
said in an interview? He said that his goal, anytime he plays with Slayer, is to make them look old. So when they did their final tour, he succeeded. He was like jumping all over the fucking stage and shit right before Slayer.
Dude, he still has it. You do. Right now, they're doing live sessions, all like synced up on their in a closet, performing laid to rest and shit. You can look it up. He's got long ass dreads. Like he's still whooping ass. Sounds better than he did back when.
I saw them in concert right before the pandemic. I saw them, and they were like with Slayer, I think, at the time, and fucking killing.
We were on the Philadelphia tour. Like we went with them. Oh my god. They put on one of the best shows next to As Lay Dying.
You want to know what's ironic? Randy Blythe hates that style of music. He started doing the growls because he was making fun of them. He's like, I don't like it because it sounds like Cookie Monster. He started doing it, and one of his friends is like, you're really good at that. Because he was a punk rock kind of guy.
Right.
And he's like, fuck it. He made a career out of it.
Well, they said metal's Mount Rushmore. I said what I said. I give no fucks about it.
You want to know another?
I will fight someone over that.
You want to know another 90s band that went on to do something else? There was a 90s alternative rock band. Well, 80s, 90s alternative rock band by the name of the Cockroaches. In 1991, the Cockroaches broke up. In 2004, they got back together as the Wiggles.
Ha.
It became a children's rock band. Because they were told they'd make more money, and all the other guys were like, fuck that, no. And they're like, sure, and two of the members of the Cockroaches formed the Wiggles.
I'll show you the spot.
And they made a lot more money.
Facts. My God, the Wiggles took over there for the longest time. But I absolutely love you guys. I don't mean to stop you there. It's been cool. It's late as shit. I love you guys.
Check out Pink Sock Podcast, allmylinks.com/Pink Sock Podcast. Go subscribe and like everything there. And I will see you guys next week.
Love y'all.